It can only be a hat. We are back. Oh fuck, that's the wrong. How do I always get our fucking name wrong? It could also be.
It can only be a hat.
It can only be a hat. Only
There's
we're like a
nothing
hat.
else.
That's all books are good for.
Yeah, they're only good for hats. Fucking horseshit.
Fucking.
It could also be a hat. We're back. It is the
Oh,
spooky
shit.
season, and
Clearly
we're
spooky
gonna.
season.
We're the fuck in the middle. It is October 7th.
Yep.
You really want to put a
And
date
we're
on it?
getting
For
a head
them.
start on Halloween. Let's fucking ride. Well, they don't know.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, now they do.
I'll change it.
If they don't know what
That's
date
why
it
you.
is,
That's
we're
why
recording
we
this.
don't put it.
It's
Could be
Today
October.
I thought
anytime.
Oh, spicy.
Or, I mean,
So today I thought I would switch up our format a little bit. I figured we do some instead of one long Halloween book that will come out in December. Let's do a bunch of short stories that one of them can release in Halloween, right, guys?
Hopefully.
For sure.
That's pretty tight.
Huge.
All right.
I like how since now there's more books for October, they're just gonna get sprinkled in over the holidays because that's what people love.
Yeah. Halloween. Listen, it's always Halloween in here. I don't give a fuck.
I'm more of a Christmas guy, not gonna lie.
Oh, Christmas is
I
top tier too.
love
Don't
it.
get it wrong.
It's
Your
getting
boy's
it.
a big Santa believer.
Hell
Get
yeah.
it.
too.
I thought I was the only one.
Yeah.
I
You don't
am
like Santa? Get the fuck
hardcore.
out of here.
I
Santa
almost bought
and-
like some thread the other day to start working on a Christmas project, and I was like, no, let's do Halloween
even-
first.
Yeah, let's get through this.
At least
Let's
get
through
out of
this
October.
holiday first. All right. So for today, I've decided to. I found a pretty good short story for you guys. I like it a lot. It's called
Yeah.
"No Matter Which
Spoilers.
Way We Turned" by Brian Evanson. There's no R in there.
Oh,
All right.
good.
So what I'm gonna ask of you three
Yeah, how do I
chuckleheads
even do this?
is I just want you to close your eyes and listen to me. I'm gonna read it to you.
Fair enough. Closing eyes.
I will.
I
I will
don't
try to
trust you enough to close my eyes. That's weird.
what am I gonna do?
Right. Because
Yeah,
he's the
we
one
can-
you should worry about. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I get
Yeah.
scared? Can I
Crazy.
open my eyes?
Yeah. No. Keep them closed.
That's why I have like something terrifying held up to the camera.
Oh God!
Okay.
Don't
You bought
do
like an
it.
8 mask.
I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it and not this nasally ass voice. What if I do it like? What if I do it like this?
Like some ASMR.
Like a- Yeah. Well, yeah. You gotta make it sexy. Come on.
Yeah, I like it.
Halfway through, you
Halloween
should
is all
mix
about
it up.
sexy. Sexy
Right.
and scary.
Um,
Let's do it.
All about the
Huge.
sexy.
All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Everyone's eyes closed.
Close.
Yes.
Okay. No matter which way we turned the girl, she didn't have a face. There was hair in front and hair in the back. Only saying which was the front and which was the back was impossible. I got Jim Slip to look on one side, and I looked from the other, and the other members of the lodge tried to hold her gently, or not so gently, in place, but no matter how we looked or held her, the face just wasn't there. Her mother was screaming, blaming us, but what could we do about it? We were not to blame. There was nothing we could have done. It was Verl Cram who got the idea of calling out to the sky, calling out after the lights as they receded, to tell them to come and take her. "You've taken half of her," he shouted. "You've taken the same half of her twice. Now goddamn have the decency to take the rest of her." Some of the others joined in, but they didn't come back. None of them. They left and left us with a girl who, no matter how you looked at her, you saw her from the back. She didn't eat, or if she did so in a way we couldn't see. She just kept turning in circles, walking backwards and knocking into things, trying to grab things with the back of her hands. She was a whole girl, made of two half-girls, but wrongly made, two of the same halves. After a while, we couldn't hardly bear to look at her. In the end, we couldn't think what to do with her, except leave her. At first, her mother protested and bit and clawed, but in the end, she didn't want to take her either. She just wanted to feel better about letting her go, to have the blame rest on us. We nailed planks across the door and boarded up the windows. At Burl's request, we left a hole in the roof in the hopes that they would come back for her. For a while, we posted a sentry outside the door, who reported to the lodge on the sound of her scrabbling within, but once the noise stopped, we gave that up as well. Late at night, I dream of her. Not the double half of the girl we had, but the double half we didn't. I saw her, miles above us, in air rarefied and thin, not breathable by common means at all. There she was, a girl who, no matter where your two turned, always faced you. A girl who bared her teeth and stared. And that's it.
Oh, I was gonna say you gotta say when it's over.
Every which way she turned.
That's creepy.
Give me your thoughts right now. First reactions.
That's very creepy.
How's she grabbing that cup, my guy?
Well,
Oh,
I mean, think about it. Two back her hands, so she's doing this.
Yeah, I
trying
know,
to
dude.
grab cups with this hand. But if you go on the other side, it's also the back of her hand.
Yeah, she's fucking trying to grasp at things. Oof.
Wait, she can't bend her arms then.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
she can do this. I mean, that's the creepy part of it. She's two halves of the back slapped together.
So creepy.
So she's got 2 butts.
She's got 2 butts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, very nice.
I mean, also by the pictures, they do imply that she's a little girl. So.
Oh, well then. never mind.
I was imagining like a teenager.
So what do you think?
Mm,
What do you think about
definitely
the
creepy.
lights? The lights took her. I like that there's not a lot of information. It's just
Yeah.
it's very vague.
Very
Pretty
vague.
vague.
I think it was the like the part where it's like, and now you can only see her looking down on you, like
Yeah.
Like, baring her teeth, I think is what it said, and it's just like,
Just
oof, like,
staring.
because it's one thing to be like, all right, I can't deal with this, so I'm gonna leave her here. It's another thing to realize, like, she sees that you left her.
She still sees.
Yeah,
You can't escape her. You try to leave her,
Yeah.
but then what you get is much worse.
Yeah.
2 backs
I
is
mean, it's
pretty
all
bad,
around
but
horrible.
two fronts is 10 times as worse.
Yeah, because you don't know the reaction. You only see.
Always
Yeah.
staring, always eyes on you, watching you as you sleep.
Oof.
Right? She can
Yeah, but,
talk
like-
twice as much.
fucking shitty mom. Like, she wasn't hurting anything. She was
What do you
just
do,
like,
man?
Right? It didn't even sound like she
do?
needed to eat. You could have
Yeah,
just
like-
left her in the closet.
no, it sounds like she definitely died of hunger.
It sounds like she died. Yeah, they left her in there and
Ah.
then she stopped moving.
she could have
I mean-
been there to the end. Like, yeah, you know.
It's pretty crazy.
I think
mean,
I wouldn't be
2
able to
backs,
leave.
Yeah,
I think I
wouldn't
would
be
have
able to
just,
leave.
like,
heads.
lied there
What?
with her holding her. That's
And
what I
then-
feel like
Giving
I
her
would do.
suppositories? Like, what are we doing?
It's like say, she would have stayed till the end, and she would have saw she was loved twice. And
Yeah, but
and
this
she probably would have moved on, but no.
Would have been a lot longer story. And then I stayed with her for 60 years.
No, but she died.
She dies
She
fast because
died.
she can't eat.
Yeah, she can't eat.
Well, that's implied that she stopped moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, they heavily implied that like she stopped making
Yeah.
noises.
That's part of the that's part of the horror is like the flipping of tropes, like a mother's love, but then the mother
It's not
So-
what she wanted.
wanting to leave her behind, not wanting to deal with it. Which is what do you do? Your daughter has fucking 2 butts, no face.
Alright? It sounds like you would have got credit if you just hung out for like a week.
That's
Well,
Because, like,
that's the thing. Like, can you really blame her? Your daughter gets split in half and slapped back in on top of each other.
as a
some
parent, you
weird-
should always try more. I think.
Fair. But
where's
you
the
don't have
dad
a
in the
weird-
story?
A
Come on.
weird alien girl that you have to deal with now.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
your kid. If
It's
your
traumatizing.
kid, if your
Back-
kid just suddenly like can't use all of
Listen.
their like body anymore, like they're still your kid just because they
Yeah.
like do weird shit or whatever.
I mean,
or
I think
can't
there's a
function. It's still that
There's
you're
a
a kid.
difference between like your kid
getting
in a
hit by a
horrible
bus?
accident, yeah, and being paralyzed, and your kid getting malformed by supernatural means.
Like, I would quickly try to assess, is my kid suffering?
Yeah.
I mean, but how could it can't talk, can't even
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you.
You can
Like,
tell
I
her
feel like,
body language.
I
I
feel
would
like you'd
probably
be
hug
able
her.
to-
She sounds like she's frantic.
yeah, you'd be able to tell.
I mean, so like, yeah, just out of nowhere, you lose all sight. You got two backs. You try walking, forward and forward. You do both at the same time. Like it's disorienting.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Good-
It's a
good
very
bit of
interesting thing.
Good bit of body horror.
It is
Yeah.
good. They do say that like some of the creepiest things for people is us like not like the creatures are like the ones missing like
Oh, yeah.
eyes or missing their
Oh.
mouths or something. It just feels like
Oh,
there's that uneasy feeling that comes with it.
Human brains
Yeah.
are really good at picking out flaws. If something's unnatural or uncanny, like it, like what's that fear of the
Uncanny Valley.
holes?
Oh yeah.
No, tryptophobia or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's like something like that. Ugh.
Yeah, like look at that. Like even I like I'm not grossed out about it, but like it's not something I can stare at for very long. Like 'cause it's just something weird, something off. Like it's abnormal. It's like I don't know if you guys ever mutilated any part of your body, but like it starts to look not of you after a while.
Yeah, it's
And-
just like it's like a primal thing that flips in your brain that tells you that's
Yeah.
not right.
Yeah.
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 Like when I sliced my finger open, like you start looking at it and it's like, yeah, that doesn't belong to me. Get it out. And
Yeah.
so your brain's really good
That's
at like
crazy.
seeing, yeah. So that's probably why like a lot of people get freaked out when you start like mentioning the back of hands on both sides and shit.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good body horror.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I like the body horror stuff. That's very interesting. It's like the
It's-
Silent Hill stuff was like that was awesome about it, like the nurses and stuff.
Yeah.
Or the
yeah.
triangle
Yeah.
head or whatever.
Triangle
boy.
head guy, pyramid head.
Pyramid head. That's what it is.
Right.
Triangle.
Good old Pete head.
Pyramid Chan.
Pyramid Chan.
Yeah, that shit. I like that. That's good. It's a good.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
I
it's a good
like.
story.
I like how deep it is, even though it's very like.
Right?
Very short.
Super
Short.
vague, super subtle, but
Yeah.
deep as fuck. Profound,
yeah,
I would even say. No, not
I
profound,
liked-
but
I read the description for it, and it was that last part, two girls put together but wrongly, but of the same halves.
yeah.
And I read that, and I was like, gotta read this one. This shit looks good. And then I
Yeah.
was gonna have all of us read it, but it's so short
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it seemed this was a better way to get it across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it too because I had to close my eyes and I hate closing my eyes, so it was great. It was nice. It was extra scary.
Yeah. The lights.
Yeah, right.
What do you think? You think she? I mean, it also has some of that alien abduction like fear in there.
Yeah.
All powerful being like scooping you
Did
up.
you think it
and-
was alien, or you think I
Well,
was
they
just
said
like
It could have been.
says the-
spooky
Some
spirit
essence
boys?
or
It,
something.
like
it refers to the lights and it refers to the vessel. So that's why
Oh.
it's why you think I think of aliens anyway.
Yeah, but I think like for the rest, like because we don't know what time period this is. Like it's just giving us the information, so you can kind of make it whatever you want. It could be the divine, could be
Could be
the
divine.
spooks, could be the
Devil.
otherworldly.
Yeah, but that's what that abduction fear of like something bigger, stronger, and more powerful than you is gonna come and fuck with you, and you can't do shit about it.
Swipe in your face.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, think aliens ever found a guy that liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel they were like, put him back, put him the fuck back. This is weird.
Like
Disgusting.
it's like no matter how much we pump into him, he won't go to sleep. And like
He's just
Oh
like
my
I'm over here
God.
trying to probe him, and he's like, "Can you put a second one in?" I don't know, man. This guy's
I
weird.
don't know,
Right?
This guy
It's
I don't like-
crazy. Just
I don't like this
locked
at all.
eyes.
Oh no.
What is?
Yeah, I
harder
mean,
being
honestly, I thought it
English?
was really good, but I also think like I wanted a little bit more like.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true. But that's why I
Yeah.
like it so much
Like-
because it gives
yeah.
you just what you need, and it stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like an appetizer of spooks.
And it
like a
doesn't-
little-
Yeah.
It doesn't do so much that it becomes like cheesy and uncomfortable. like
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
all right, you lost me now. You know what I mean? It's not like that. So it was good.
I like very efficient short stories, especially.
Oh, yeah.
I think horror works so much better in short stories. I think
Yeah,
it
I
takes
agree.
longer. Like horror being drawn out is harder. It's harder to maintain that like suspense or whatever. So I think
Yeah.
horror short stories are so good because they're so like they get to the point.
To the point.
They don't explain shit, which is beautiful for horror. I think like the unknown makes it so much
I
worse.
agree. Like your brain already fills in the holes of like.
Yeah,
the
exactly. Your brain is very
creepiness,
good at filling in the hole. You only need
Yeah.
minimal information, and your brain will fill in everything else.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I'm
They
glad you
did
go-
good.
so you-
Like they did do good. Like setting up the image too of like the house, and then you just have like the hole in the ceiling. Like
Yeah.
I just like imagine almost like a little shack, like a shack, but it's like tall for some reason. Like the images that you create in your head based off of that is just it's great.
Yeah.
It's nice.
off of
I'm
just a
sure
few
they just
words,
gave
yeah.
him somebody's
Yeah.
old shack. Like, there's no way they gave her a whole house.
They said it was. A
I know,
lodge.
right?
They kept her. I mean, but yeah, but who knows how big the lodge is?
Yeah.
Because also
Oh,
this all could be some cult stuff, like, you know.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of picturing, like
they left,
heritage.
like they left the Watchman. I feel like a Watchman is such a old timey term, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So
they-
that
yeah,
immediately took
yeah.
the whole story into. I don't know, man. Before we even had cars, like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
Right.
that's what's
Yeah.
nice. And it's crazy because he doesn't say anything about time. He doesn't mention what he looks like, except for the girl.
So it's basically based
It
on
could be
your
anything.
own interpretation of what words have what meaning words have for you. Like
Yeah.
so when he said Watchman, for me that's like, yeah, my lord, I still see nothing.
My
And yeah, my
My
lord,
lord, could you turn
when
the
can I
lights
go
on?
home and see my family? How long must I stay in this post?
My lord, please. It's so cold and I'm hungry.
Oh, man.
Like but like when you think of aliens, you think Farmville and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
It does have like a rural
Yeah.
feel to it, even though there's nothing in there that really says that it would be.
exactly,
Right.
but that
You just
but
want
my,
it to be.
But my head also went there as well for a little bit, and and that's what's I guess cool about these like short stories that are so vague but so on point that like
Yeah.
it can fit so many interpretations or scenery, I should say. That's what I was looking for. Like if you can build whatever you want in your head,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
especially when you close your eyes and just let your brain just like Raquel said, just fill in the
Right.
blank. Nice.
Suck me in, baby. Give me the big suck.
Right? Imagine if we could just like each take our like mental picture and throw it like so we could see each other's and be like, oh
Yeah, if only we
Right,
were all
Calico
talented
Fair.
artists. That would be great.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for this time.
Yeah, that was good.
Short and sweet, little trick or treat. Give me something scary to eat.
Oh, for sure.
I like it. Good to set
Here
off
you guys
the
go. Everyone
get
gets
it
one.
started. The spooky season
Yeah.
started.
Good jump off. Spooky.
Spooky.
Who's up? Raquel, are you up for the next one?
Yes.
Cool. I'll send you some scary stories to go to
Sweet.
sift through.
Yay.
Yeah, I've been
Sick.
looking at a bunch. It's hard to get ones that aren't too long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're too long, if they're,
Too
they don't
short.
have like.
I know.
I mean, short stories short stories also can be a couple pages long, because
Yeah.
a lot of short stories are like printed in like news articles and shit, or like the New York.
yeah, that's where
or
I was
something.
seeing a lot of them. I almost picked Monkey's Paw because it's just so.
Oh, it's an
Ooh.
iconic one.
Oh, it's
That's good.
good.
It's good. I've read that in school.
Yeah, that one hits.
All right, everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
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 Happy Halloween.
Out.
Boo.
We are